Hello book people, it's your book friend Faye. Let's catch up. Because we're already in March 2021, a quarter for this year. I really hope you are doing okay, and please follow the SOP, wear masks, sanitize, wash your hands, because I know that most of you already go back to your workplace or school. So please be careful and please bear in mind that the virus is still out there. So before I start this video/audio, this is a disclaimer. All books are good books, and that is why you are reading it. This is merely my 2 cents about books, and I hope you will enjoy this video/audio. Okay, so I'm not so sure how many books I already read from January until March, because I don't have Goodreads and I don't keep any reading journal as for now. But here are some books that will not be reviewed in details in this channel, and I really hope that some of our book talk will intrigue your interest and you already put some of the book in your to be read piles. You might find some short notes for some of this book in our Instagram, link in the description. Without talking so much in the intro, let's get it on, son. Get in Trouble collection of short stories by Kelly Link. If you read this book, you either like it or in some case you will not like it. Most of the stories are so dark, just enough to trigger your brain juice. Some stories are unique and in a way that make you think a while about what is happening inside this fictional world. I like a few of it, but not all to talk about it here. The Worst Thing a Suburban Girl Could Imagine by Melissa Bang. A short novella with 20 chapters in 58 pages of book. I guess this is the most thin book I read for this year. The story is about Jane, a woman who worked in New York as a book editor, but I feel like she's being bullied by her superior named Mimi. So weird, because Mimi will spray her own perfume to Jane as if like a Tom gets spraying peace to mark territory. The story involves Jane's family, her dying father, and her ex-boyfriend, who soon become her boyfriend back and become her ex again. The Hotel Life by Javier Montes, translated by Ollie with Lorna Scott Fox. I DNF this book after read 100 pages of it. Basically, it is about a man who is a column writer, The Hotel Life, who review hotel, new and upgraded by staying in the hotel for some times. An event happened when he accidentally burst into a room and a person inside it is filming porn, photography or film. He get to know a woman who is the director and researcher for that film. I'm pretty sure I DNF it because I feel like the translation is too direct, making the literature of the author vanish. This book is originally in Spanish. The Stray by Emily Bitto, an author from Australia. This book is about a flashback of a woman named Lily reminiscing her childhood memories staying with an artful family, Evan and Helena. They got 3 daughters, which is Beatrice, nicknamed Bea, Eva, who became Lily's best friend, and spoiled brat Heloise. Their house is like an artist hub for all new and old artists so that they can have a space to paint for upcoming art exhibition. An incident happened in the middle of the story and changed Lily afterwards. Sound intriguing? Bossypants by Tina Fey. What can I say about this book? You will laugh when you read it because Tina's work is very witty and funny, just like her sketch in Saturday Night Live. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. Almost make a book talk about this book, but I can't say much because I did not like it as much as Little Fires Everywhere. But it is actually to each and one's own. I always read books that other people don't seem to like because I just did not care about others' opinion until I read it. Basically, it is a story about Lydia Lee, that at the very beginning of the story, her family, which is a mixed racial family, try to figure out how this incident happened. So guys, is Lydia killed herself like the police told her family or otherwise? Crash by J.G. Ballard. This is some crazy reading and I feel like I don't have much word to describe Ballard's writing. His writing is always bizarre and this book included. He tells you about a man who got a sick obsession and get aroused by seeing car crash and much more than that. See, I don't have a correct word to say about it. Only disturbing and a bit pity because the only catharsis that can be achieved by this type of fetishism is die in a car crash. Am I right? Ash Wednesday by Hawke. I've been fooled to read his book by telling you that I bought it at a random choice. Obviously not. I was obsessed with Before trilogy and I really love Hawke when he acts as a smart professor writer and talk about books. But can he write a good books? It is not fair to judge as this is his first and only books by him that I read, but I feel like since he is a good actor, he tried to put everything inside this tiny little book, making it feels like an experimental writing than actual book to read. Each chapter did not give me anything except mumble jumble of random act for the character that he built with a shallow identity. A Wild Swan by Michael Cunningham. If you like fairy tales like Snow White, Hansel and Gretel, or Beauty and the Beast with a twist, yeah, I know there is tons of book with that theme and this one is included. I bought it because it was beautiful, especially this edition illustrated by Yuko Shimizu. Some of the story is very wild and I actually enjoy it. There's 11 short story and of course you will not love it all, but you will love how creative people are making a twist with an existing story. Voila, a book. Last but not least, Note to Self by Franta, a book that is only worth as #bookstagrammer background vibe. This book written by a YouTuber named Franta, a content creator I presume, telling us about his journey and love life using his journal type poetry kind of thing. He is also a good photographer. Few pages contain photo that he took maybe for Instagram feed. Well, to be honest, if I was a teenager around 16 to 18 years old, this book is to die for. But I'm in my 30s and when I was 16, the only book that I read is Mills and Boon that I still borrow from teacher's library. So my book friend, thank you so much for listening to my quarterly rambling about books that will not be reviewed in details in this channel because I feel like I want to share and talk about books that I feel like there's not much review in YouTube channel. Always remember, reading is a pleasure and not pressure. And it doesn't matter how many books you read, but how many books that will leave their footprints in your mind and heart. Until we meet again in July for another episode of Quarterly Unpopular Opinion, I'm Faye and you may kiss your books.